Welcome to the recap of the day. We will recap the biggest and most important events from the last 24 hours in the world of football. We kick off with some transfer update as Philippe Coutinho is officially reuniting with his former Liverpool captain Steven Gerrard in Aston Villa, as the Brazilian joined the Villains on a 6-month loan from Barcelona. This is the second loan spell in the player's history after a previous one at Bayern Munich for a year between the summer of 2019 and 2020, with the highlight of that spell being scoring twice in the 8-2 drubbing against Barcelona. As a part of the deal, Aston Villa agreed with the Spanish club to share the load on paying his salary in half to spare the Catalan side some money to be able to register their newly signed €55 million Ferran Torres from Manchester City. Now this comes after Philippe Coutinho just returned from injury layoff and his performances continuously dwindling with the Catalan side, despite being bought for over €150 million back in January 2018. Staying in the Premier League, and from transfer updates to contract negotiations, and amongst the big mess that is Manchester United at the moment, Paul Pogba has been offered a new contract as his current one expires in June 2022. Most sources report that the value of said contract will be around £26 million per year and £400,000 per week, plus £100,000 extra on add-ons, mounting to £500,000 per week, which will make the French midfielder, if he agrees to the terms of the contract, become the highest paid player in the Premier League history. Paul Pogba has been under the radar of numerous clubs for a couple of years now, such as former club Juventus, Real Madrid and the French powerhouse's PSG. Knowing that his agent is Mino Raiola, who has been adamant numerous times that his client was unhappy at the club, might try and push him towards an exit from the club, which he rejoined in 2016, being a previous academy graduate, unless they find the suggested new deal more lucrative and well put together. To some action on the pitch now, as the Bundesliga returned on Friday, and it did so with a bang, as defending champions and overlord of German football Bayern Munich inclined against Borussia M'Gladbach at home with a 2-1 loss. Lewandowski as usual scored the opener for Bayern Munich inside 18 minutes, only for Mönchengladbach to score a quick double fire between the 27th minute and the 31st thanks to Florian Neuhaus and Stefan Leiner to give them the lead that eventually won them the game. Now this loss means three things. First, the continuation of the Mönchengladbach curse for Bayern Munich, as they couldn't defeat them in their 3 matches they had this season, since they drew the first one 1-1 back in August and lost 5-0 to be ousted of the DFB Pokal in early September. Same thing for Nagelsmann against Adi Hütter in head-to-head competition, as this is his 5th loss against him in 9 games, with 3 draws and only 1 victory for the current Bayern coach. But most importantly, Dortmund have the opportunity to close the gap to 6 points if they beat Frankfurt away on Sunday. Into much plausible results now, and it was the 3rd round from the English FA Cup as Manchester City beat League 2 side Swindon Town 4-1 away. Pep Guardiola was not on the pitch for this one and was replaced by his assistant coach Rodolfo Barrel since he tested positive for COVID, but for all the talk about the depleted squad and potential big number of COVID cases among the squad, Man City actually managed to field quite a strong starting 11, with the likes of Gabriel Jesus, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva all getting on the score sheet, as well as the youngster Cole Palmer to score on his debut for the club in this competition, before Harry McCurdy made it 4-1 and scoring the only consolation goal for the home side. The FA Cup action continues on England on Saturday and Sunday, as Leicester City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool and Spurs are all in action in the weekend. And speaking of Spurs, unfortunately we have to close this recap on a sad note, as the club announced they will be missing the Korean international for potentially a month and a half of action after a muscular injury he picked up against Chelsea in the 2-0 loss in the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg. This injury will see him miss the second leg of that tie, of course, as well as some key league games against the likes of Leicester City, Chelsea themselves and the North London derby against Arsenal as they fight for a top 4 spot this season. This also means that he could miss the couple of World Cup qualifiers for South Korea in early February when they face against Lebanon and Syria. All wishes of course for the Korean star for a speedy recovery, and we wish him good luck. Thanks for watching. This was the recap of the day. Like, share, comment on the video what you think, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on social media, and goodbye.